Yep, 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 yep. Here we are. What's going on? Memorial Day. Yep. We got the Jabus, we got the ping. What is going on? It's Monday. Yes, it is. Monday morning. Looks like Tom is back, but he's kind of late getting to the show. Oh, I got a counter offer. Let's see what I got. We might get an early cha-ching. Yep, yep. Welcome to the show with the mostest. Yeah, I guess I'll take this offer. I can't even remember what I gave for that. It's good enough. We will let it go, let it go, let it go. Hey, Chastity. What's happening? Yeah, it's Monday. I've kept myself busy this weekend listening. How about y'all? Morning, Harry. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Did you do a show last night, Harry? I think you were talking about doing it. There it is. Cha-ching. Did Anissa miss it? There's Tom.
Good morning.
How's the sunburn treating you?
I'm not sunburned. I feel baked though.
You feel baked?
Yeah.
All right.
And I was just pissed off as hell because I went down to the kitchen and nobody had made breakfast, you know. So I had to make it. I had to make me a sandwich. I got to remember that I'm not on the cruise ship on the ship anymore, and I got to. I've got to start cooking for myself again.
Okay. Sandwich.
A PB, a good old American PB&J.
For breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could do PB&J for breakfast, but you go right ahead.
I can eat peanut butter and jelly sandwich anytime, any place. That's my favorite sandwich.
Yeah, we got the haute cuisine here.
Yeah.
Hot cuisine.
Times are hard. Yes, Jabus. How's everybody been since I've been gone? Have you ever been picking on Todd since I wasn't here?
We've had banger shows, man, just banger.
Well, I'm scared I'll mess them up now, so I'll just sit here and be quiet.
That's hard to believe.
That I can be quiet?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll show you.
No, don't be quiet. I've had some help though. We got Ping came on a couple of shows, and Jake came on a show or two, and we even had Anissa for about 10 seconds one day.
What happened? She came in by mistake?
No, she came in and then she said, "Oh, I just don't know anything about technology," so she left. Something like that.
Hey, Sandy. Well, we're going to do it after. I'm going to do a nighttime show.
Chastity got a cha-ching.
Everybody can come through that's not tried it. We can experiment it. We don't have to worry about keeping people entertained, and we can work through all the bugs. And this, you're not challenged. You just let technology lazy. You're like an old
Echoes and
person.
things. Yeah, she was echoing. I couldn't hear her echoing, but she could hear it, so she just left. Privately. Yep.
Okay, we'll just do a closed show then. It's not broadcast. I can do that. We can do that too. I can invite other people in there to meet with us, and they can make fun of you, but you won't be public. You won't be broadcasted to the world.
Mm-hmm. So tell us all about it. When did you get back? Yesterday evening?
Yeah, we got back about 5 o'clock.
All right.
It stormed coming back.
We had a big storm this morning.
It was aloha. It was
Spam, lag.
It was fun.
Nissa, did you hear much of Ching, or did you turn the show on too late?
I heard it.
First time I entered, someone had a live room in a software. Try. Yep. There you go. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, Harry.
Adirondacks.
It was it was 8 days. We just didn't do much of nothing, except Roberta came home with about $2,000 in slot machine winnings. I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, it stopped raining, but we had a pretty good thunderstorm right there. So off to the east now. It's headed toward you guys, so get ready.
It's cloudy.
Oh, it's got a ways to get it get y'all over there. Although the storm goes, it's going across Louisiana too already.
I had a question I was going to ask you, Scott, and I forgot what it was. He said, "Keep your damn rain, sucker."
It's headed your way. Probably be there by the evening time.
Oh, I know what it was. Congratulations on hitting your 1,000 sales, Scott. I looked to see how well you'd done while I was gone. It looks like you've sold about 1,400 things, if I looked at it right. Well done. I'm gonna tell you what now. If you don't want, even if you don't want to buy anything, you ought to tune in to Scott and Joni's Whatnot show. It does my old heart good to see her giving him hell and he can't say nothing back. Oh, Lord. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's pretty well behaved on his selling shows.
Oh, Lord.
Man, I can't believe all the people are perky that much on their shows. That Jack guy that we met at Nashville, I watched part of his show this weekend, and he was perky as all get out.
It just, it is so nice to see somebody give him up the road, and he can't hit that eject button to send them out of the show.
Yeah, if I ever did Whatnot, I'd be like, okay, I got this hair knife. It's a pretty good knife. We'll start the bidding. But Scott's sitting there selling stuff, and Joni's sitting over there going, "Oh, that's cute."
That's right. That's right.
And you could use that as a doorstop. And that would look good on hung by a picture frame. And I'm like, she's pretty good at it.
Yeah, she said Scott referred to it as his show last night, and she said, "Your show, it's my show."
What are you doing, Lag? You putting up all the food emojis? A hamburger, and we got the sandwich, and we got the donuts. Pass the no-dos, Lag.
Oh God, did I come back to this? But it was a good. It was a good trip, and it was just the two of us. We played a lot of cards and watched the shows, and didn't eat a lot. I actually lost 4 pounds while I was gone.
Oh, yeah.
But I did a lot of walking because this was the Vista, which is one of the larger Carnival ships. They've got a class above it that's huge, which so does RC. But and of course our cabin is at the back. Look at there.
Why you gotta be so mean, Tom?
What's he saying?
I just came out here just for JT. JT, let me see if I can. JT, I can never figure out when beer's live. 7 p.m. Central every night. Okay, that's hard. 7 p.m. Central.
That's when you do your shows?
Yeah.
Man,
except,
you must
except Friday night. Friday night we do them at 8 because of the live show.
You were selling some stuff while I was gone.
I finally cracked the second building. That's the first time I opened the door this year.
You had like 500 when I left, and I looked to see how you were doing because I knew you wanted to get up to that 1,000 market.
Yeah,
and I was like, damn.
Yeah, I just started going live every night.
So when are you going to run out of stuff at the rate you're going?
I don't know. July, August, somewhere there.
Well,
so you will.
I'm not gonna run out of stuff because all that big stuff is going to the big auction. Because I don't want to ship blenders and all that, and it gets too expensive using the Mac shipping to do the blenders and all that kind of stuff. So I'm running all that stuff to the local auction just to.
So, how long have you had some of that stuff that you're selling?
There's some of it I bought in North Carolina, and I've been here since 2015.
2015?
Yeah.
Well, this is a good way to blow it out.
Good, Chastity. Buy some more to sell them. Because I got, I got case after case of them things. I want the space back. I want to be able to, I want to buy units. I want to do, there are lots of things I want to do. Do long yard sales. But I'm like, even if I go on these long yard sales, where am I going to put this? Say I fill the van up. What do you do with it then? The van's full right now of all the stuff me and Johnny bought this weekend.
Dang.
Do I have inventory that old? No, I've only been reselling about 8-9 years. I don't have inventory that goes back to 2015. Unless stuff that I just already had.
I have to put my glasses on to read your comments, Stephen, because my eyes are terrible.
I'm just curious on what not shipping. When you do max shipping, if the customer orders more than one box, can't fit. How does that work?
So you do what's called unbundle the order, and it'll tell you which items you're gonna put in the second box. It'll create a second box and charge the seller. And so here's a good example. Brian, college dad, is I think or Sheila dad is doing. I had to do 2 boxes to him the other day, and the second box. So it kicks it out of priority and it puts them both in the ground advantage, and it cost me $3. And he bought what 30 items.
He always buys a lot of stuff.
Yeah. like Jen has bought a bunch. JRK has bought a lot, and so her neck, the ones for last night and the night before will both be in double boxes. But it might cost me $6. But man, to be done with this stuff.
Now, how is this going to affect your
Shut up,
shipping?
lag.
I'm not your shipping. Your sourcing. Do you, when you go to like a yard sale or stuff, do you see stuff that you would not
Dude,
have
I buy
used?
shit out. I buy shit. Everything's fair game at $1. I buy shit. I've even bought because Chastity buys plush. I've been buying. I've been looking at plush for Chastity.
So you buy stuff now that you would not 6 months
Yeah.
ago you would not even looked at.
And it's all the stuff is good. All the stuff in the building, all the stuff I'm selling is good stuff. It's still got value. I'm just the world's worst lister on eBay. I'll never get any all this stuff listed. I just have to deal with it. And the biggest benefit, Tom, I don't know if it happened. It was starting to happen beforehand. Joni has never had any interest in reselling, and she absolutely loves Whatnot. She loves the interaction so much that she wants to do our vintage shows. And so June 7th, Saturday night, that'll be our first vintage show. She went with me to yard sales Friday and to the flea market Friday. We bought a lot of stuff, and then I went back again yesterday. But it's just switching gears. It's moving to where the biggest thing the live selling has done for me is it plays to my strengths.
Right.
I'm good at finding stuff. I'm good at talking to the computer. I can sell it very fast. The one thing I suck at is sitting down and listing. I can't sit down and list all day. Man, I'll have 100 tabs open. I'll be doing all kinds of crazy shit. I'll never get anything done unless I can get a bottle about that big full of Adderall. That's the only thing that keeps me focused. But yeah, and they say I have to go. My doctor's like, yeah, well, I won't give you a prescription for that until you have a diagnosed case of it. I'm like, I'm a walking example of one of them, ADHD, ADD, one of them. JT, that's been it was yard sales. I love yard sales, but when she goes with me, they're so much fun. Especially whenever, because she makes the rookie mistake, so it's like going with a rookie. So she said, what'd she tell me? There was one yard sale we went in a neighborhood Friday, and she's like, "This one looks terrible. I'm just gonna sit out." I'm like, "All right, you sit out." The guy sold me this for $2. It's still new in the box. I got it listed for $100 on eBay. This kind of stuff, if it's a camera and it's $100, I'll list it. They also sold me a tens unit over there. It's some kind of whatever, not working. It sells for $75. I'm like, how much is that? She said 50 cents. And she had 2 case packs of Altoids, the red cans. I'm like, how much are those? $1 a box. So I bought 11 tins of Altoids for $2. They had bags of Legos. I'm like, how much are gallon bags of Legos? How much are those? 50 cents a bag.
Damn.
I spent $15 and it filled a trash bag full. It's the original red ones, but
I was going to ask you something. Last night after your show, you can wait till tomorrow to ship it.
I'm shipping it. I'm gonna ship after the show, but it ain't going nowhere because there ain't no post office.
Well, I know. Now, does Whatnot take into consideration of holidays and stuff like that on your shipping?
Oh yeah.
Or are you supposed to still go ahead and
they have to because they only use USPS.
Oh.
So they don't have a choice.
Oh, I was looking for. While we were in the Dominican Republic, let me find my photos.
She sold me that for 50 cents. I hadn't listed it yet, but it's worth $30. I'm like, I really only want to put $40 on eBay, but damn, for 50 cents, I'll do 50 cents. This is that Tim's unit. It's a Compex Sport Elite.
Where are you going to sell that?
eBay. Where else do I sell it?
You can't sell 10 units on eBay, can you?
Yeah, as long as I don't. Or tell me what you don't see on the back of it.
You don't see the prescription required?
Yep, there's nothing under it says RX. And
What
then even when I'm looking at the pads, they don't say they're not RX either. And the good these pads, I forget what somebody sold these pads for. Let me get my phone out. It's not only did I get the unit, but I got all these pads. It came with the carrying bag. Everybody's been selling them without the cables. Damn, here's all the cables.
There you go.
I got $75 without the cables. So let's see how many. I mean, so this is the one that Johnny said was terrible. She's like, "What's this so long?" I'm like, "Because you made the rookie mistake. You got to get out and go look." Somebody sold 5 packs of these for $30 plus shipping. 1, 2. Sold as a kit. Yeah, nowhere on here does it say RX anywhere. How many packs did I get?
If anybody's got a CPAP machine, I know you can't sell that on eBay, but if anybody's got one that works, reach out to me.
Perky time.
Yeah, there are 9 packs of pads that went with it. I mean, for $2, you get that's what, $50-some worth of pads. Working with the cable, somebody got $129 for this thing. That's $180. I mean, that yard sale alone was like a $354 yard sale.
Cool.
And Joni said, "I'm gonna skip it. It doesn't look like there's anything new." And then I got a bottle of urine stuff to put in the carpet cleaner because those damn dogs pee everywhere.
I thought he was saying he's buying bottles of urine and I could hook him up with a
2-liter
real fast like.
And then another bottle of spray that tries to teach them where to pee.
Right.
I'm gonna spray all over the backyard whenever the rain leaves finally.
Right.
We get rain every day this week. It sucks.
While I was in the Dominican Republic, I went to a pharmacy.
Man, you can find stuff in there that you haven't seen on our shelves in years, and it's worth a fortune.
Tramadol, Tylenol 3 with codeine.
Did you need a prescription?
No. Tylenol, ibuprofen, diclofenac, colchicine. That's what Roberta takes for gout. Does Joni ever get gout?
I don't know. She's a walking case of everything.
Because her meds cause her to have that. Let's see. And they've got other things I can not even try to pronounce. Over in the antibiotics, they had azithromycin, amoxicillin. 30 tablets of amoxicillin was $35. Is that good or bad?
Well, if you throw in the doctor's appointment, it's probably pretty good.
Prednisone, some kind of salbutamol inhaler, Slim Fit. I'd like to know what the hell that is. That sounds like that's a weight loss thing. Viagra, and off-brand version, Cialis and off-brand, Retiderm, furosemide.
Everybody look, my pet came to the show and my puppy too.
So if you know anybody that's going to the DR, make them up a shopping list and send some money. Hey, Jake.
Hey. How was the cruise?
It was great. We were glad to get home because we knew we had to come home. You know, the whole time I was dreading leaving the terminal to come back, but it worked out really quickly. We were on the road real fast.
Okay.
But it It was great.
Did you go out of Charleston?
No, we went out of Port Canaveral.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So
I lived really close to there for about a half a year.
I posted back in Orlando, and then I got a bunch of private messages. Are you going to Disney while you're down there? Are you going to Universal while you're down there? I said, no, I'm getting my fat ass in my car and I'm going home. I've had enough of the good times.
Had enough.
If we would have had a couple of more days, we would have probably we would have went to a hotel and rested, and then the next day went to like Disney or Universal or something like that. Because I went to Disney. The only time I've been to Disney was in like 1977. 19. Yeah, there's a short where these two brothers, they look like they're older in their 20s. They go, the younger one goes, I was born in 2004. And the other one says, well, I was born in 19. And the younger one goes, 19? You're old. But it was a good time. I would really like to have a big crowd of the reselling population to do a cruise together. I think that would be good.
Well, you can go with me to Antarctica. It's 14 nights.
Go to Antarctica.
Yeah, 14 nights.
And because that would be just one more little thing off of my bucket list.
Bucket list, same thing.
I needed to, and then I just need to go to Africa, and I'll have all the continents covered.
Ah, okay.
So we can do that in a cruise.
You haven't been to Egypt yet?
No, that's one of my places I'd like to go, but it's not just really a place that Americans need to go right now.
Really? Right now?
Daphne.
Yeah, I was looking at a website that
Be good.
specializes in their riverboat cruises. That's what I want to do, because you can see all the touristy things from the boat.
Oh, okay.
And they said right now, not trying to deter business, but it could be better. You missed the 19's lag. Okay, Scott. Sorry, Todd, to railroad your show. You've
been missing, so go ahead.
You have to have Stripe to cash out of Whatnot, correct? You don't have to have Stripe?
You don't have to. You can.
Okay, because I was trying to do it last night.
Cash out by PayPal.
Do what?
You can cash out by PayPal. So
instead of doing the Stripe thing, there's an option somewhere to do PayPal? Okay. So, Scott, offer your dollar items that you sell. You make what, about 25 cents off of them after all the taxes and
probably
all the fees and from both them and cashing out? Because I know both. I think Stripe was like 30%. Was that 30% plus a 30% charge or something like that?
30 cents and 3%.
Hey, Jacob, you have a Costco membership?
No, but I know somebody who does.
Mac Mini online price $5.79, less $80, $4.99 brand new Mac Mini. Costco.
Oh,
which processor?
It's got the M4.
M4. Is that good? Bad?
That's the newest one. M4 is the newest one.
That's the newest one.
Oh, is that right? Scott doesn't worry about such things. He has so much money he doesn't know. He don't care what he makes.
Did you do any dollar starts or just $2 starts?
Except for the bigger underwear, I just been because I've got so many of them. I just want them gone.
Right, I gotcha. Yeah.
At this point, I don't have anything in them other than they're just taking up space.
Right.
Jake, did you not watch his show last night?
Most time it's $2 starts. I'm thinking about making it $3, but it's been $2 starts.
Yeah, I watched parts of it.
It was so funny. Listen to Joni give him hell and knowing that he can't reach over there and hit that little button that kicks you out of the daggum show.
That's part of the banter. That's part of the banter.
Always that way.
That's what people listen for.
Yeah, Jake needs to get some busty model to come on with him to do his show.
If he has a busty model, he don't even need to be on the show. He just needs to handle stuff.
I want to know if I
said it right here. And this is a Starbucks 1998 cup. And these are triple E's.
I guess I can pick this up in person and cost me an extra $20. It costs you an extra $20 for me to pick it up.
What are you picking up?
That Mac Mini. If I was to order it versus pick it up, it cost me $20.
Oh.
Because I live in the county, our tax rate here is only 5% sales tax, or 5.5%, and it's 9.5% in the city. I'd have to pay the extra 4%.
And how much is shipping? 20 for shipping? Or if it's free shipping.
I don't know. You could have it shipped to a warehouse.
Still Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, Austria.
Gold Maple. My mother, before I left to go on vacation, I was talking to my mother, and she said, I'd like to go to Switzerland. In all my life, I've never heard her mention wanting to go to Switzerland. So I said, well, I'll see what I can do.
It's pretty cool.
Switzerland? I'd love to go. Yeah, I haven't been yet. I have a lot of my ancestry is from there.
Shipping should be free at this price. Yeah, Scott, you were doing a lot of free shipping. Like I bought 3 things and everything was.
Yeah, after the second time, I mean, it charges you $9.21 after 2 items, and then there's no more shipping after that.
So I was buying stuff.
I know you bought some Robert Goulet.
Yeah, I bought some Robert Goulet. I didn't buy it for the Robert Goulet. I bought it for the.
You bought a Humperdinck?
No, I bought it for. It was a
Tom Jones.
And I can't remember what the name, who they were, but I bought them because I like that kind of music, like, where the guy slides out and starts singing. Well, see, I like all kinds of food as long as it's not crawling. I can eat it. Yeah, I'm not eating anything crawling.
As long as it's not alive.
Yeah.
So I wonder why Costco's giving this discount, but most of the time Apple only allows it. Well, it's only good. It's only good from the 26th to the 30th.
Sometimes they'll allow them to do that, like the $50 off or $20 off. It's only visible in the shopping cart because they don't consider that MAP pricing violation.
Yeah, you have to sign in. You have to sign into the Costco app to be able to see the price.
Right. So that doesn't violate their minimum advertised price issues.
One of my friends at one time was looking at one of the Apple franchises. I don't know if they still do that or not, but at this time they did.
Apple stores, no. You can do repair.
Okay, well, this was an Apple store. And because our Apple store is in South Park, which is in the middle of town, basically. Pardon me?
I said that's in the TV show.
Yeah, but it's also in the Ritchie area of Charlotte. Well, we have a place called Ballantyne, which is even ritzier. And he was going to get one and, put it down there. And he had the money to do it with, but the rules and regulations concerning that thing was like, I would be scared out. He said, I was scared I would fart in the wrong place in the store and they would charge me $500. He said there was just one rule after another.
Yeah.
so he decided not to do it. He'd have probably made a lot of damn money.
Good now. Probably.
Oh, they were trying to sell watches while we were on the cruise ship.
Watches.
Oh yeah, they always have a watch shop on cruises.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go have fun.
What you got to do today?
What I gotta do, I ain't got nothing I gotta do.
You got to start knocking on people's doors saying, it's coming up on the end of the month. You were late last month.
No. We're gonna go have a picnic in the park.
Oh, you should be listing them coffee cups behind you. And I did make it to one of the South Park stores. I did make it to one of the Starbucks stores in the DR, and they didn't have nothing. They didn't have plastic cups. They didn't have nothing.
Really?
I don't know whether people steal them or they just.
Yeah, it could be.
So anyway.
All right, well, you guys have fun.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Memorial Day.
Skytrick. Have you seen the people walking around with the QR codes on the back of their T-shirts?
Oh.
Have you not? Yeah, they'll have like black T-shirts on them. They'll have their big QR code on the back of it. And what it does is it sends it. Most of the times, it sends it to some stupid message like "you're nosy" or something like that. I was wondering if you took me or Todd or anybody took their QR code that would send them to your whatnot store. Would that drive potential customers to your store?
I doubt how many people you're going to see in a day.
I don't know. On that cruise ship here, I'd see this guy walk by, and you could see people scanning it as they went by.
Scanning what?
It's a QR code that they have printed on the back of their shirt.
Yeah, all you need to do is scan that and go to somewhere where they steal all your data. That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
I don't trust them folks.
Land Sharks are banned. Is he in here? Oh, there's Craig.
Yeah.
Did you ban Craig Land Shark from your show, Scott? I mean, Todd?
No, but I should.
It says Land Sharks are banned. No, wait. I have to be anything but Land Shark picker. He is blocked here.
He just being his normal Craig self.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I like coffee, but I don't like it that strong.
How many eBay orders you got going out today, Tom?
It would be me, Craig. If I'd have thought I could get away with it, I'd have banned you.
I would. I had my store shut down. I'll put it back on today because I want to do some listing. I came back from the trip motivated.
Did you?
Yeah.
So Todd, somebody really did block his Land Shark.
What?
Yeah, he said somebody really did block it.
On my show?
Yeah, Jennifer says no, his Land Shark picker name is really blocked.
What?
You know how to unblock it?
I don't.
All right, so let me open up.
How? We know who did it. I'm pretty sure that I didn't.
Craig, who dislikes you so much they would ban you? I wouldn't ban you because then who would I mess with?
That's right.
So you have to go under channel dashboard. If you go to community. Oh no, that's not it. If you go to settings.
Settings.
Gold, that's the way I am too. I drink my coffee black except when I'm on cruise ships.
And then under settings, go down to community moderation.
Oh, that's right, Javis, you were blocked. you got blocked on my show last year, and I don't know how the hell it happened. It's probably because it's two old men not clicking on the wrong buttons.
Are you there yet?
No, I can't find the community thing.
Did you click on settings?
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Hey, Sue.
I got channel
Is it-
status and features.
It said general channel, upload, add, permissions, community moderation.
Hey, buddy.
I don't see it. Let's see. Can you see what I'm looking at?
Yeah,
Come on.
not anymore.
What have I got?
You got to go to a studio.
Oh, where'd it go?
You should close out that porn channel.
Wait. God dang it. Where'd I go? Okay, here we go.
No, you're
Go-
not in there. Mine doesn't look like that. Are you? You need the one that shows you where all your videos are.
Shows me where. Oh, okay. Like view your channel. Okay.
You need it. It's called YouTube Studio.
Bum, bum, manage videos.
Can mods not unblock people?
All right, now go down. Now on the left hand side, go down to settings.
Settings. All right.
And now community moderation.
Okay.
And see where scroll down a little bit. You'll see blocked users now, or right there. Is Landshark in there somewhere? Or blocked users should be the.
There he is. How the heck did that happen?
I don't know. Just put an X on it and he'll be out. All right, there you go. You're out of jail, Craig.
You're free. You're free. You're free at last.
How did that? I'm pretty darn sure I didn't do that. Can somebody else, can like a moderator do that to me?
It says it can't. I don't know. There's only one person in here who's not a moderator. Let's see if we can ban Sue. Don't worry, Sue. If we ban you, I can talk him into getting you right back.
Carl, the lazy reseller, is not one either. He's at the very bottom.
Oh, hey, Carl. Sue is protected. You have to take one for the team.
Somebody else must have done it to you, Craig, because I didn't.
Because I can't be mean to Sue.
Or if I did it, I don't remember because I'm old.
I think you have to be. Do you have to be one of the supreme moderators to do that?
Okay, put user in timeout. Yeah, you got to be a managing moderator. They changed that a little while ago from when they put tiers of moderation. No, it says hide user on this channel. That means you can. Mine says you can hide user on this channel. That means you can block them. Carl, I did not do that. So if something happens to you, Carl, it was not the beard. I just clicked on your name, but I didn't hit the button.
Yeah, Jabus was. I found out Jabus was trying to get in and couldn't get in and hadn't been able to get in for a week. And then somebody told me about it. And I think you had to walk me through to how to unblock them too. Because I normally don't block people.
Now it's not giving me the option. Oh, never mind. Let's see.
Should have just left Jabus blocked.
No, he's a good old Southern asshole.
Southern asshole.
Oh, have you all seen the post by John today? Chartier? Coming soon to a body of water near you. And it's a big cruise ship that's got Dollar General down the side of it.
A cruise ship?
Robin,
it's a gag.
If you can repeat this, that's all you have to do is get them in the YouTube studio and then get settings, community moderation, and then scroll up to the block users. And all you have to do is click on the X by your name and it kicks you out of that. So that's all. if you can talk her through it, Carol through it, that's all she has to do.
So Beth said she got her Facebook back. She's been kicked off of Facebook for months.
Like 3 months it was. There you go, Scott. You need to do your YouTube video. How to get unblock people for the old people. You'll have a trillion views on it at any time because I'll forget how to do it.
Maybe that's a new service on YouTube. I start labeling all my videos as senior assistants with your computer, senior assistants with social media.
Senior assistants. Todd, did you buy anything? I'm sure you talked about it on Friday, but I wasn't here. Did you buy anything from the ladies on Thursday?
I got like 4 pairs of shoes and something else. I forgot what else. Nothing special.
Now, you're there quite a bit, so you know what kind of stuff that they have. And you see the stuff that Scott's been selling. Do you see much stuff, or do you even look at that kind of stuff that would hit the entry level or whatnot?
No,
Are they selective?
They have tons of stuff like pot lids. You know, if you got a specific pot, but I don't know how to identify one lid from another. They got stuff like that.
Okay.
Like totes of mismatched knives and silverware and stuff like that. They've got tons of glass crap that would be too big and heavy to ship on Whatnot. They got all kinds of clothes. Does anybody sell clothes on Whatnot?
Tons of people do. I don't, because I don't have any clothes. But if I were to come across like a huge, like a big purchase of stuff, I wouldn't be scared to. It's like anything else. If you buy right, you can sell it anywhere.
Yeah, like on Bag Day, I can get clothes from the Lutherans for about 75 cents a piece.
Oh yeah, I'm selling panties on Whatnot, but do you consider that clothing?
When did you start selling panties on Whatnot?
Well, I hope it's clothing. You sure wouldn't want to just frame it and put it up on your mantle.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, these little bitty champion ones, there ain't enough fabric in them for.
There you go.
You put them on, look like you're smuggling Chewbacca.
Let me tell you what, there were some women and some guys that were in Speedos and bikinis that looked like they were Chewbacca.
Marcia sells clothes.
Yes.
Yeah, by the way,
we
went to a bunch of the where they they ask you questions and you write down the answers, and if you have the most correct answers, you win something. Anyway, several times these people from Alabama. Where are you from? Or who are you and where are you from? I'm Susie. I'm from Alabama. And of course, before I could stop myself, I had to go, Roll Tide. And they're like, yeah. Except this one lady, she went to Auburn. And I forgot what she.
There's always that one person.
That one person. But I'd go, Roll Tide. It don't matter what it was. Roberta would say, would you stop that? I said,
yeah.
No, those Alabama people have to hear that at least once a day or they start going into withdrawals.
Maple, I haven't bought any silver or gold in months and months. I was hoping gold would go back to like 1800 so I could buy some more. It ain't doing that.
See, now I wonder what, because there were gold shops in the towns that we went to. And I'd like to, I didn't go in there because I wasn't interested in buying any gold. But I'd like to go to a place like that with somebody like Todd that knows what he's talking about to see what prices are like. Are they good or they're bad?
Well, they're selling at a tourist destination, so you know you're going to be overpaying.
Sue, he made you a moderator. You should have been one a long time ago.
I think she was at one time, but then she.
Todd's a hater.
I'm a hater, yeah.
If I had not met Sue before, just online, and she was already a little sweetheart online, but she is just a sweet lady. She is so nice. I don't know how she puts up with Scott.
I'm a nice
for
person.
so many years.
I'm a nice person. Shut up.
Gold sovereigns. I like the gold sovereigns, and they have too big of a premium on them.
Are these like antique gold sovereigns, or are they just reminted gold sovereigns?
Well, any of them. The new ones or the old ones. Okay, Gwen said I had to come fix a plate of breakfast. I'll be right back.
All right. Thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. So, do you think your eBay store is just going to be big ticket items and all the other stuff?
That's what I would really like to pare it down to a couple hundred items, $40 or $50 minimum.
Right.
And so that means that all the stuff that I find is, I'll still pick up a $30 item. I'll just run on whatnot. If I get $15 for it, so be it. Let somebody else, there'll be plenty with max shipping. That really, if you buy a couple items, that leaves you plenty of room. Because I bought a couple things last night at a show, and the second thing I bought in the max shipping was a Bose music player. I mean, because there was money in it, I got it at half of what it sells for, but I'll still make 40% on it. So, and a camera that was. I think I paid $35 for the camera and it sells for $140. So
that'll go on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
And you still have your live auction at the auction house to work with too.
Yeah, it's running right now.
Pardon me?
It's running right now. It runs every other week for me. So this week is this week's the auction week.
They're only running every other week, or is it too much to try to keep that monster fed?
It was too much. I was having trouble in the off season filling the table. So this time of year, it's no problem. But if you do it year round, I guess it would be a struggle.
Well, you might find several weeks worth of stuff as you go into these units. Cleaning out all the small stuff, you might find some good stuff in there that you can take over there or fill a box.
Thanks, Robert. Yeah, I had to make I made Joni a cheat sheet. I need to update her cheat sheet. She's like, I want to know who I'm talking to. So every time I ship something to somebody new, I type it in and then I reprint it out. I hadn't reprinted it out for a while.
She's gonna take over Scott's show, and he's gonna just be the.
So yes,
boy, hand me
Saturday,
something.
May 7th. I hadn't put up a time yet. Probably 6 p.m. Central. We will do our first vintage show. She's gonna run it. A lot of cool stuff. Like yesterday, I picked up. I'm gonna do salvage too. My buddy Odie does salvage. Yes, what did I pick up yesterday? I picked up some. I took a picture of him because I sent it to Odie. I'm like, "Isn't this some of the crap you've been selling?" He goes, "Oh yeah, that stuff sells." He says, "I don't know why." The green bins that you find used to find in hardware stores that would like fit in the little round things.
Right.
I got 14 of those things. He goes, yeah, every one of those sells. So I got little ones and big ones. There was this lady we met. Oh my God. I got her. I think I got some of that on camera. She was just out there selling some stuff from one of her friends that passed away. She was 93, the lady that passed away. And she's like, I just want people to have this. She says, I'm not like the people beside me that want an arm and a leg for this stuff. So there's certain things in vintage that sell real well. Brass sells real well over there. So the lady sold me 4 of the, the round brass horns are, and some of these are the older ones that got the strings on them. So when you hang them on the wall, like the little cords are with them. I got 4 of those, a small one, a couple mediums, and a big one. And then the accordion top. Remember these from the 60s and 70s? The accordion coat hangers that you put on the wall.
Yeah.
And those things are hot as fire on whatnot. I got 3 of those. I'm like, how much for all this? She looked at me and she goes, $5. And I bought so much stuff that I had to make 3 trips to the car from her.
Dang.
Better be careful. Kevin, he gets ripped out for cheating old ladies like that.
No. She said over and over, I just want this to. She says, I'm not taking any of this home. It's got to go. She says, I've got the best prices because I just need it gone. I'm just helping a friend get rid of all this stuff that was left over.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, half of it she didn't even. So Sandy says, dog days. If so, yes, Sandy. Oh my God. So we got there Friday morning. I bought so much stuff from that lady. She had all. I didn't get to the bottom of the trunk before another person on TikTok did, and she got all these needlepoint stuff that needed to be framed. I'm like, man, that is gold. I hate I missed. I hate I didn't go to the bottom of that damn trunk now. But she brought out this big chicken cookie jar while I was there. She's like, yeah, he was in the truck, and I didn't want it to get broken. I'm like, how much is it? She's $5. Sandy got to her booth at 7. Dang. All right. I went to the yard sale, so I guess I did all right.
That looks good, don't it?
Yeah, it is. What's that green stuff?
Eggs and potatoes. Those are green peppers.
Okay. That looks good. I wish somebody cooked something like that for me. I say I want some of that. They'd say the kitchen's yonder. The eggs are in the potatoes in the fridge. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Did you see that, Sandy? She had a cast aluminum, one of those 3-tier. I don't know. You can put candy on it, or you can put whatever on it. It's a cast aluminum. It was probably 12 inches at the bottom. The second shelf was probably 9, and the third was probably 6. Joni's like, that thing's amazing. She's like, how much is this? She goes, honey, it's $2. The nicest lady. She was so amazing. I'm telling you. I told her yesterday, I'm like, when we left here, my wife just talked about you for quite a bit. She absolutely thinks you're just the sweetest person. And lady, she looked at me and she hugged my neck. She goes, that is so nice. I've been out here working hard. That's so nice to hear. She was just the nicest person.
So we're going to see the 3-tiered brass thingy.
No, it's cast aluminum.
Cast aluminum. We're going to see that in.
Yeah, she'll sell. I don't think she's keeping that.
Her show, Tony's show.
No,
I totally forgot her name. I started to call her Susan.
Yes, and that's the one thing is she kept bringing stuff out. Even on Sunday, she's like, yeah, a lot of this hasn't been out yet because. So Odie sells a lot of salvage and a lot of parts. She had this big hat box and she kept throwing stuff in. She's like,
no problem, John. We got to have a show.
And she kept throwing stuff in and kept throwing stuff in. And I'm like, how much for the whole? I had that. I had like 7 things, and she says all that is $5. She said, "You really want the whole bucket, the whole hat box?" I'm like, "Oh yes, ma'am." And
Thing the hat box, if it was in any good condition, is probably worth $5 because I've sold some of them.
She was absolutely amazing.
Gold, English black pudding and white pudding concerns me sometimes. Everything else is fine.
I didn't care for haggis.
I've not partaken of that delicacy.
I think that's a Whatnot thing, Kevin. If you watch any of the shows, I was watching Jennifer last night. I thought the exact same thing when Jennifer was carrying. That's adorable. That's cute. That's adorable. That's cute. I think that's just ladies and Whatnot. I think. How many ways do you describe stuff?
So you're gonna, she's gonna sell like grandma's Whatnots and that kind of stuff.
Sandy, you probably should. She drug a lot of stuff out yesterday. And I bet she'll damn near give it away because she's like, I'm not taking this stuff home. Oh my, bless her heart. So she set off her truck alarm. She's got a 18 F-150, and she's like, "Oh Lord, I don't even know how to stop this thing. This is my husband's truck." I'm like, "Get the key fob and mash the red button on it." She's like, "I don't know. There's even a red button on." I'm like, so she's over there. I'm beside her in the truck, and she's going through her money back. And she's like, the key's in here somewhere. And she finally pulls out the fob, and she just hands it to me. She's like, nah, I still don't know what to do. I'm like, right here, there's a little red on the bottom. I was like, watch this. I hit the button. She goes, that thing would have been going till it died because I would never would have figured that out. So Dog Days is every Sunday. Is very lightly participated. Memorial Day and Labor Day are the huge days for that Dog Days.
What is that, like a big flea market type thing?
Big is a over description. It's in the holler right there up against the interstate in Ardmore, Tennessee. And my buddy Hal, he's a preacher. He actually preaches at the church that Harlan's parents go to. He's over in the corner down around from her, and that's where I got the bins from. When I picked the bins up, the last one, my IKEA bag was so heavy, I just left it there. I'm like, I'm not carrying these bins. I'm going to get the van and drive through the mud to your booth, Hal. Hal's got a lot of cool stuff too. And then there was another guy sort of at the bottom of the hill, that side, that we bought a lot of stuff from. I think we spent like $150 for him with different glass and tin and all kinds of stuff that we. Like, so he's just here for the chewing sound. Nice.
So your overall experience with Whatnot, Scott?
Love it.
You love it, even though you're not flipping stuff for big money. You're making money.
That's coming because I will start to. I'm just telling them I got to get rid of this stuff. I mean, there's lots of stuff that still got great value that people can use or they can do whatever. It just needs to. I'm paying storage on this stuff, and it just, like I say, yesterday was the first time I opened the door in that storage building on one of them this year.
So you think you can get it down to one bin? I mean, one storage unit?
Probably two.
You got that much stuff?
Yeah,
listed?
one of them. Once I get to the end of it, all Joni's Pyrex is in the back of one of them, so she's gonna go through and anything she's got. I'm like, you hadn't seen any of this stuff since 2015. I don't care. I'm like, so anything she's got triplicates of, she said she'll sell, and any divided dish. She hates the divided dishes for some reason.
No.
So I know she's gonna sell a bunch of those, and anything most time I see a lot of crazy daisies, so I'm sure there's gonna be lots of. That's the green and white. There's lots of the green and white. There's a couple patterns she doesn't care too much. American Harvest with the wheat and stuff, she doesn't like that too much.
So you're hoping to get it down to where you've got one unit that's nothing but y'all's stuff and stuff you got listed, and the other one is all your intake from all your purchases?
Correct. I need one. The big one I needed to hold. Like be able to put all the vintage on one side, the stuff that we're running through whatnot, to be able to go there and grab
Right.
enough stuff, and then the other side to have all the eBay on it, and then the one unit is just when I get done with the yard sales, just drop it there instead of here and get lost.
Now this is more on a personal note. Now, I'm sure Joni's like Roberta because limitations. Do you think her doing this is going to make her have, I don't know, a better quality of life because she's getting out and doing stuff and she's taking an interest in, like you said, she didn't used to go yard selling with you.
Yeah, and she needs.
And she's getting out in front.
So if she wants to do the vintage shows from in the house, which I think that's a bad idea, and she's going to change at some point because it's much easier to deal with out here. If I can make the space out here, it's much easier to use that set of shelves back there to put them on.
Hey, Carol, are you still selling on Whatnot?
She's going to kick, Joni's going to kick Scott out. Scott's going to end up with a 12 by 40 outbuilding in his backyard, and Joni's going to have this.
Well, Joni's idea was that she thought I've got my account. I want to sell under my account, and I'm like, you don't understand Whatnot. She's like, what do you mean I don't understand Whatnot? I'm like, she's like, anything you sell under your account, we would not get paid for it till 4 hours after they get a delivery scan. No, Robin, that's what's in the back of that storage building. 14 boxes they're all 18 by 18 by 6. I hand packed every one of them in North Carolina. They've been sitting in there since we moved to Alabama in the summer of 2015.
How did you lift them? Were you stronger back then?
No. I was smarter back then.
Smart.
We paid a moving company where you could pay. They would come load if you packed it up. They come load your vehicles. So we let them load everything.
There's stuff in those boxes Jacob has never seen.
No, he's seen it all. Remember, he was born in 98.
Oh, okay. That's right. He's in his 20s now.
She thinks there's 300 pieces. I think there's 500 pieces.
So what you need to do is tell her here we got all this stuff out, sweetheart, love of my life. You start selling until you can't sell no more. We will just let this puppy run.
All over the house. It's all over the house now.
She has triples of some stuff. Why does she keep buying the same pattern?
Collectors.
Addict.
Why does Jake have 4,000 coffee mugs?
Well, he sells it. He didn't keep them all.
Well, she knew one of these days.
No, American Honey. She's going to sell it under my account. We'll just this morning before I start shipping, I'm going to make the show, and so it'll start getting some traction and put it in the right category and put keywords on it. Because the way once you get over 1,000 sales on Whatnot pays you once you ship it. So this morning, once I ship these 31 orders, all that money will be available for me to transfer to my bank account this morning. That's a huge difference. And instead of waiting a week to get paid versus, so here's the beauty that most people don't understand. Once you get to 1,000 sales, there was stuff. Okay, so Friday night I sold a bunch of video games and controllers. I bought those Friday afternoon. I sold those Friday night. I shipped those Saturday morning. I've already been paid for them. Just think of the possibilities. You can buy it in the morning at the yard sale, so you can sell it in the evening, and then if you wanted to ship in the evening, you can get paid. Williams Drustic Salvage, they were running Friday, Sunday shows. Now they've got 4 a week now, but that's what he was doing. They'd run a Friday show and a Sunday show, and he'd ship Sunday because the Sunday shows are like 6 in the morning. He would ship Sunday afternoon, and before Monday even came, before he even got him to the post office, he's already transferred it to his bank account.
So, in the beginning, even if you're making 10 cents off of a sale, it's in the long run, it's building up that 1,000 people, 1,000 sales, so you can start collecting your money faster. Does that make any sense at all? Would you like me to redo that?
What the F's he saying?
Yeah. What the hell are they saying?
All right, say that one more time.
Okay. In the beginning, even though you sell cheap, you can pepper your stuff with cheap stuff, inexpensive stuff. Let's put it that way. Even though you're only making 15 cents off of it.
Getting to 1,000 and once you get to 1,000, that's the key. That's the goal, is breaking 1,000. Because also too, once you're at 1,000, the algorithm for shows and putting you on looks different because they treat, there is a part of that algorithm that promotes, because it's in their best interest. They know this person has sold 1,000 items and shipped 1,000. You've got to have above a 4 point. There's certain metrics you got to hit. There's like 3 or 4 metrics, but you become, I guess, what's called a trusted seller in their eyes, and so you're promoted on their main page a little more, I believe. That's what I've been told.
Right.
Yeah, it's like somebody who was one of them commercials, like a Carrier air conditioner or something. Jacob looks like there was somebody in one of them commercials that wore a red shirt and a black hat. Is Jake driving a Peterbilt? No, he's driving a Mercedes. He's got the exact same van my brother has. He's driving a big Sprinter 4x4. That's why it's bouncing so much.
I'm glad that he's driving the van and not his 600 SL.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
So did you put sound deadening behind that installation?
So the foam insulation was already here when I bought it, so I wasn't able to do that. But I will put it on the inside of whatever I put on the wall, and I'll cover everything else that I can.
You need to go to Lowe's and get you some of that cheap ass paneling to go on there. Because that's what they did back in the 70s. These boys would get these vans. They'd put insulation up and then they'd go buy cheap paneling because it would flex.
Yeah, but yeah.
And get some shag carpet their shag and wagon.
Shag and wagon.
Burnt orange is what you got to get.
No, American Honey, you are correct. But the nice thing,
you probably hear a lot of noise.
Is putting the show in the right category and keywords and titles and making it ahead of time. I think we can do just fine, because I'm going to sell a lot of that stuff too. I'm not always going to have the craziness that is my buildings.
Right.
Another reason this bounces around a lot is that this particular one has the comfort seats in it, so it's got air suspended seats in it.
Like a semi-truck seat?
Yeah.
Huh. I could probably use one of those for my pickup.
There's a woman that's got
when I'm bouncing around, it's really not. It is the van bouncing some, but it's the seat keeping you comfortable.
And if you're on an interstate, it's a damn nightmare of construction and potholes.
I'll tell you what, Florida has the worst roads, and coming into when you get to Brunswick, Georgia, they have the roads that sounds like your car has no sound deadening. It is just terrible roads. I thought North Carolina had bad roads, but damn, they do.
Have you ever been to West Virginia?
Where?
There's not. I'm convinced there's not a like quarter mile of straight road in West Virginia.
That's probably true.
Okay. Late in the evening when we're tired on the cruise, we'd go back to the room. And it seemed like Discovery has paranormal shows every night. And one of the episodes, these people were living in their house and they had no problems with any paranormal events. And they went to an estate sale, bought a rocking chair and a bunch of knickknacks, whatnots, and that kind of stuff. And all of a sudden, they started having paranormal events. And it came down to that the person that was paying them visits was attached to one of those. They think it was a rocking chair because once they took all that stuff out of the house, she went away. All of you people that buy on estate sales that believe in all that paranormal stuff, do you ever worry about bringing home something besides the items that you purchased? And that's a serious question because some people really believe in that stuff. My point is, this bitch is paid for. You look at you try scaring me, and you're going to find yourself homeless because I will burn it to the ground.
There's a friendly ghost that lives in one of my apartment complexes.
Really?
Friendly ghost, that's what they call it. The dogs. So I allow small pets, small dogs.
Right.
And the dogs are the most aware of something being there.
Right.
And it will move from one apartment to the other depending on where a dog is. So if a dog hasn't, in other words, if a dog moves out and leaves, or their owners, whatever, and leave with their dog, and there's another dog in another apartment during that time frame, within a very short period of time, that other dog will start seeing it, and then Fred will reside in that unit until that dog is no longer there. So they tell me. I mean, that's their story, not mine.
Casper,
I got
likes dogs.
I got a call coming in.
Okay. I mean, I was just curious about that, because I'm not really, I don't really believe in that stuff, but
I think they're demons, Tom. I think I'm telling you. So when we were in Vegas for eBay Open, we went to the. I'll be one of the people you watch, Zach Bagans from. If you were watching that, the Go shows on the cruise, Zach Bagans has had one for years, and he's got a museum in Vegas. And we saw he's got Kevorkian's original van in there, the Volkswagen van where he would give people and they had a picture of some kid that had committed, had done it. And Joni swears that, she was, very sympathetic to him. And she's like, he followed me home. I finally had to, she was having nightmares and all kinds of stuff. And she finally had to tell them he wasn't welcome to leave. And finally, my mother swears that her parents came to visit her after they passed. They passed within 24 hours of each other. And she's like, her dog wouldn't go down to the end of the house. And she's like, after 2 days, she walked across the street. And she's like, I'm going to tell you this. You're going to think I'm crazy. And she's like, I finally cussed out your grandfather for the last time, and they ain't been back. I told them they weren't welcome. He can get the fuck out. I mean, she was carried on. I'm like, Lord have mercy.
I mean, like I said, I was just curious about that because people buy a lot of stuff from estate sales, and the episode where they were talking about, bringing home something besides the item that you purchased.
Oh yeah, there's one of those paranormal shows that they say that items are spirits attached to items. Is that the show? That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
But there was some I was exposed to some places that I would not for the ghost. I would just like to go to, as a tourist. I mean, like some of these Midwest places that were during the, the cowboy and Indian days. But anyway, I know I was going to save that for tomorrow, but I thought I better help Todd keep his viewers.
Yeah. If you go, so we've been to I know in Philadelphia, you can go to that prison. They've done shows out of that real old prison in downtown Philadelphia. I forget the name of it. It was one of the first major prisons in the country. That one where they've had all the seances and stuff in the basement of that damn museum.
Right.
If you want to do something creepy, next time you're in Vegas, go to Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum. Ooh. You know, when they walk you through the whole tour of everything, one of the first rooms you start out is in a room full of dolls and shit. Oh, I mean,
Right.
that's just sets the whole. Like, he's got a bunch of stuff from Manson and all those killers, and like Ramirez, the Night Stalker, Kevorkian's band. It's just a lot of stuff from Ed Gein. If y'all don't know who Ed Gein is, he is the inspiration for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I believe.
Right.
A lot of his stuff is in there. It's just odd and creepy.
We're gonna send some over to Mrs. Silverhairstacker's house. Mrs. Silverhairstacker, what kind of paranormal events are you having here? Things just keep multiplying. Things just keep showing up. There won't be anything in this space, and tomorrow night I'll come out here and it will be full of junk.
And kittens.
Kittens.
We just had one of the neighborhood cats that Gwen feeds Domino with 4 new kittens. I'm like,
wow.
Oh my Lord. Here we go again.
Well, check out with any of the animal like adoption groups, any of those kind of groups.
They were selling cats at the flea market, $100 each, Todd. Just go to the flea market with them.
Sure.
But have them fixed, Todd.
This is how country that flea market is. You can buy anything from, there was all kinds of dogs. You can buy cats. There were people walking around that bought goats, chickens. They had cows, ducks. If it runs around the farm, little critter, it was there. I mean, they got one whole side, 1/4 of the side is just all animals. I'm walking through there, and I'm like, damn, there's a cow. You can smell the cow shit.
Carl, what do those digital cameras say to you? Buy me, Carl. Take me home. Don't ever listen to me. Give me a new home.
Carl, because you got digital cameras set up in the basement, don't be blaming it on reselling. That's some of your purrs.
Yeah. All right. I got to get out of here. It was good to be back.
Yeah, Phil Robertson. Did y'all see that? Phil Robertson died yesterday.
No.
Yeah.
He
wasn't that old.
No, he wasn't. But he had Alzheimer's, and at least he passed before he went. You know, because they get so bad.
Yeah.
A very normal person, struggled in life early, and then found the Lord, and a very good example. Influenced a lot of people. He'll be missed.
Yep.
Yeah, he was 79, so that's 1 year more than the average.
And this is 79 is young. It's sounding awful good.
That's only 10 years from now.
That's right. You know what? The older you get, the better age. 85 sounds damn good right now. Because what's your alternative? All right. I got to go, Todd.
All right. Bye, Tom.
Thank you for keeping up the shows while I was gone. I'll do likewise when you're gone. Have y'all got anything set up yet? Or are y'all recuperating from Gwen's recuperating? How's she doing, by the way? Everything going okay with her surgeries?
Yeah, good enough. She still won't carry heavy things for me, but that's okay.
Damn it!
You're going to the estate sales this week. Above and Beyond has one. I was thinking about going to. I haven't been to estate sales at all this year. I'm like, they're gonna be wondering what the hell happened. They're gonna probably think I died when I show. I'm gonna show up with a camera on and.
Be sure and go back through your footage now real closely to see if there's anything, any shadow people in it now. Because that's what you get at estate sales. Yeah, the shadow people. Or, you see images. All right.
I can barely edit. I don't look for shadow people. I try to get all the ums and ahs out. What do I care?
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
All right. I guess we'll be on Tom's show tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't have to ship today. Well, I probably will do a lot of packing. I got like 16 orders that need to be packed. So I had a pretty good weekend of sales.
I sold one. That's what happens when you don't list on eBay for 2 weeks. I sold one item.
One item the whole weekend.
I haven't looked at the other store. Let me see. I have the other store. Hold on. The other store has 3 with 2 unread messages from eBay members. What is the height and diameter of the container? I don't know. I'm not going to. If it doesn't fit on your machine, if you're asking that, it doesn't fit on your machine. I sold 4, so 4 total. I sold 3 on that other channel.
All right. We'll see y'all later days.
Yeah, there's a yard sale set up down the street. I'm going to the yard sale.